Today, I want to tell you the why believing in God is a bad thing. On the surface, it may not appear in that way, but since I'm always talking on a deeper psychological level, I hope that this will make sense. Why believing in God is a bad thing. Our believing, trusting, and leaning on God subconsciously lulls us into inaction and irresponsibility. We will not take responsibility for our life and our actions because unconsciously and subconsciously we are waiting for God to guide, direct, fix our life, because we are in the waiting, helpless, needing mentality, in the belief that we can't help ourselves, we can't overcome. On the surface that may not appear. It's a really noble and pious idea that to trust in God is good, but it leads to psychological inaction. For example, if you have negative qualities about, let's say you have a temper and you have an anger problem, your belief in God will not have you try to change and take responsibility of your behavior and action, because belief in God unconsciously instills in you that there's nothing you can do, you are weak, you have no strength, you need the strength of God. And so you wait on God to change you, and it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. And you stay in your quote-unquote sin all your life. You don't change, and you keep on negatively affecting the people around you. Now, the flip side and the cure of this is to teach mankind that you are God. That scares people, and they usually resist this notion vehemently because on a subconscious level, this imposes responsibility for every word, deed, action that we perform. It makes us responsible for it, because now we don't have a God, a higher power to lean on and to wait on to change us, which might happen in this life or might not. But in the meantime, in our waiting, because we don't believe that we can change it, we turn the life of the people around us into hell. because we're waiting to get fixed, we're waiting to get healed. When we should be the ones doing it ourselves. But that requires a mind change from victim, helpless victim, to being the actionable power that is. Before you can change yourself, you have to know that you have the power to do so. And you'll only have that with the belief that you are God. In the same way that Jesus proclaimed himself to be one with God. So here's the reason why belief in God is bad, is a negative thing, and belief in God will never change the world. You have to become God and take responsibility for your life, and in changing your life and telling the rest of the world that they too are gods and have the responsibility and the power to change their lives. That is how the world will be changed. Not by believing God, but by being God.